coming through. Watch out, world, I'm coming through. Watch out. You've experienced life, love, lost, have no fear. Just keep pushing, be strong. Keep the faith until change comes. Strength is not how much you can ever overcome and what you couldn't do alone. I'm determined to. Yeah, I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. Watch out, world, I'm coming through. Watch out, world, I'm coming through. Watch out. You've experienced life, love, lost, have no fear. Just keep pushing, be strong. Keep the faith until change comes. Strength is not how much you can ever overcome and what you couldn't do alone. I'm determined to. Yeah, I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah.
I'ma win, I'ma win, I'ma win, yeah. I'ma win, I'ma win. Hey, what's going on? And welcome to Manifest Life with Tisha. We're in our season 2, and I am so excited about the show on today. Listen, go ahead and put your name in the chat so I can see who is here with me. But you are in a part of Season 2, Manifest Life with Tisha. If you don't mind, share this live. It is going to be epic and life-changing. Listen, you're going to need what we're talking about on today. If you have not, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Tisha Milton 8402. You have Tisha Milton right there. And it's like, who is this girl? Who is this? Who is this girl? Go ahead and visit my website, manifestwithtisha.com. Manifestwithtisha.com. Let me see who's out here with us. Let me go ahead and give some shout outs. Hello, Janine Wright. Thank you so much for hanging with us on tonight. Oh, what old school is that? Oh, tonight. Oh, that was, baby, that used to be the jam. Shirley Ann, hello, and welcome. Good to have you here with me. Thank you for hanging out with me on a Monday night, the first Monday of the month. Hey, come on in here, Thea. Look, baby, look at that picture. I got some earrings, not quite like yours, because yours is banging. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Listen, so we're going to go into the next segment. So we're going to have some tea time with Tisha. So let me tell you something about tea time with Tisha. Tea time with Tisha is when you get the opportunity to ask Tisha anything that you want to ask her, and she's going to spill the tea. Tea time with Tisha. So while you're thinking of something, it doesn't have to be about our topic today, but it could be about absolutely anything. But until you find something to ask me, let me tell you all what happened. So I'm going to spill some tea. For those of you that don't know, I have been teaching school since 1999. I'm not quite a teacher now. I'm an instructional coach. But I go into different classrooms, so I assist the teachers. There is the second grade classroom that I visit very frequently. And one of the students in there, I promise y'all, she's about my size, my height, my weight. She might be a little thicker than I am, second grade. And she she has some time with controlling her emotions and her voice. So I was trying to get her to do something, and she was all in my face, like, focus, focus, because I was telling her to focus. She come in my face, focus, 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 and she put her hand in my face. Said, girl, if you don't get your hand on my face. And she was like, okay, calm down, Mr. Clean. This girl called me Mr. Clean. I couldn't even say nothing to her. That thing was so funny to me. So I had to hit her back. Spell Mr. Clean, you know. Woo, this girl called me Mr. Clean. But hey, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. How did second grader even know about Mr. Clean? Anywho, but that's me spilling a little bit of tea. That's my tea time since you all didn't have any questions. Oh, okay, wait a minute. We have somebody. Okay, what I want to know is, thank you for hanging out with me, Antonio Green. What is it that you want to know? Okay, here I see each. Okay, he's, hey, Cynthia Calhoun, good evening to you. Thank you for hanging out. So everybody want to laugh at the Mr. Clean. That, hey, that mug was so funny. Very creative. So, you know, I applaud her with that. That was extremely funny. Yeah, everybody laughing. They laughing at me. All right, let's move on because so y'all can back it up. Y'all can back up off me. So listen, we're going to have a great show on today. I am so excited to welcome my guest. Listen, my guest, I need to go back to this. I need to remove his comment. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Hello, Ramona Garland. Hey, oh, picture cute. Thank you for hanging out with me on this first Monday. Before I get into the show on today, first of all, I want to say to all of the, this is May, Happy Mother's Day. This is the month we celebrate our mothers. But those of you that still have your mothers, I want you to, when I tell you, you better celebrate her. You better celebrate her to the highest of celebration. And for those of us who have to focus on the memory of our moms, let's commemorate our mothers in a big way. And I am praying for all of us that we're able to just deal with the day and try to enjoy it the best way we can by remembering, if it wasn't for mama, baby, when I tell you, if it had not been for my mama. So I plan to, no matter what the emotion that comes, I plan to try my best to commemorate her in such a great way, in the best way that I possibly can. So I am grateful for all that she have done. And baby, all I have to do is be all I can be so she can be proud. All right. Hello, Patrice Burns. You better speak. I know that's right, girl. Thank you so much for joining us. So back to what we come here for. We are going to talk about our topic today. Our topic today is no blueprint, no roadmap, but belief, and how alignment unlocks clarity. So I want you to welcome to the stage, to the show, to the studio, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful guest, Miss Taji Wright Fitch. Baby, she brought her tea. Oh, I forgot to drink my tea during tea time. Child, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Listen, maybe you are gorgeous.
Thank you. Let me turn my cup around because that is so cute. Let me turn it around.
That manifests life. Thank you so much for just hanging out with us tonight. We're going to have a wonderful, 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 wonderful time today because of your test, of your testimony
Listen.
and the manifestation of all of that.
Yes.
Before we get into it, let us know, before I just spill all the beans, who is Taji? Somebody say, oh, and then she cute. Yes, she oh, and then she cute. She is, baby. Isn't she?
Thank you so much. Listen, whoever called you Mr. Clean, it's some power in this,
I know.
this short hair flow.
Baby, they don't understand.
That was a compliment. They tried it. That was a compliment.
Ooh, who is Taji? What can you tell us? Because we want to know behind this beautiful, gorgeous face, there is an anointed, powerful woman behind it. And give us a little synopsis of who she is.
I thank you. First of all, thank you so much, Tisha, for having me. I think this is such an amazing space to be able to grow and share and come together and have those types of conversations. Who is Taji? I would say for sure, I'm a mom, I'm a dreamer, I'm a wife. And most importantly, those are just kind of like titles, but I would say I am a purpose-driven person.
Okay.
I am a purpose-driven person. I believe that God has literally put me on this earth to educate.
Wow.
I really believe that. I was a teacher when I was a little bitty kid, taking the snacks out of the pantry. And I have grown to be a teacher, not only in the traditional sense, but now I'm teaching my son at home, which we'll get more into that. And most importantly, a founder of an educational technology company that allows me to teach on scale or at scale.
Okay.
Internationally, just to make sure that our kids get exactly what they need. And the reason what really drives this work is that I just got tired of good teachers walking out of the classroom.
Yes.
The support made it there, but it was too late.
I know.
Okay. I was that administrator
who
would walk inside that classroom and would find the teacher's keys, the laptop, and a little letter to say, I'm not coming back anymore.
Wow.
And I had to teach that class for them. And so I think that for me to define who I am a teacher. I am a purpose-driven person, and I am everything to all the amazing people in my life.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Taji is such a creative name. So where are you named after someone or you are? So tell us about it.
Well, let me tell you, first of all, Taji is not my full name.
Okay.
So those of you who may know, my name is Chartagier.
Wow.
Yeah, back in high school, they used to call me. Remember when Pastor Cavassier came out?
Oh, yeah.
So they would play with my name. It got a little ring there,
Okay.
However, so my full name is Chartagier, and the Holy Spirit gave that to my mom in a dream.
Wow.
When she was pregnant with me.
Mm-hmm.
And for years, I want to say 20-something years, I had no clue what my name meant.
Okay.
Until I was in college. I was dating this guy. We were going to get some gas. And he was like, he took my card into the store, and literally the guy was like, nope, you're committing fraud. You stole somebody's card. And he was like, no, I'm going to go get her.
Mm-hmm.
So he came to the car, got me. I went in, I showed my ID. I said, no, this is my card. And he was saying, oh, I'm so sorry. Your name has Indian descent. And there has some parts of your name that culturally just doesn't match, obviously as a Black woman.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. And so that's when he actually kind of broke down the name, and he just said Chartagier, like the Taj Mahal. It means house of royalty.
Wow.
And I would say, when you ask that question, now I think about it, because one of my favorite scriptures is, you are a royal priesthood, a chosen generation. And I really believe that it wasn't about just wearing a crown. It was the essence. It was the flow. It was the energy. It was walking into a space knowing that God has given you the grace to be in it and to be the light in that space. And so, yeah, Chartagier, house of royalty. I'm a queen, baby.
Yeah. And you wear your crown well, baby. It looks good on you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you for explaining that, because in biblical times, we were named because it put like a purpose to your particular life.
Mhm.
And we have so gotten away from that. And I don't want to call it tradition, but
Mhm.
it was a way of really guiding your particular child and speaking life and giving them, the road and the path that they would take. Now they naming them after the Cavassier, Hennessy, and like, what you think Hennessy gonna do? What Hennessy gonna do?
Hennessy gonna act the what?
Go act the clown. So let me say this to our audience. Audience, we want you to be very interactive, and feel free to respond. Feel free to ask questions even as we go through, because it is going to get deep. But as we really focus on our topic, no blueprint, but believe. Like, what does that mean in your life?
I was listening to, I was telling my husband about our podcast today, and he mentioned this. He was saying blind faith. And I said, okay, we're preaching.
Okay.
And belief, no blueprint, literally gives God the power to provide in the midst of uncertainty.
Right.
So when I think about moving forward without the blueprint, I'm really thinking about, okay, God, you gave me an idea. You gave me a gift and some skills that I can put together. And I'm going to choose to be obedient.
Okay.
And in the midst of me being obedient, I'm going to depend on you to provide.
Wow.
Right? And while I'm in this place of being obedient, I'm also submitting myself to step away, recalibrate who I am as a person,
right?
Recalibrate how these gifts are all going to come together, and really, being open to being in isolation.
Open to being in isolation.
Ooh.
That's deep. So
yeah,
when you went into isolation, what was that like? Because you were in leadership.
Yes.
And like you were over schools, but yet you felt misaligned. What was that like? And what made you know, first of all, recognize that you were misaligned? And then what steps did you take to fulfill that alignment in what God was saying to you?
Absolutely. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a very practical person. I believe that sometimes when there's not alignment, there's an environment that's conducive that's not necessarily validating you.
Okay.
Right? So for instance, sometimes, I've achieved a lot, and I really felt as if, and my pastor was talking about this, he was saying that sometimes we have our idols. Right. And for me, one of the idols that I had to put on the altar was my achievements.
Okay.
Right? So I've been able to open up schools. I've been able to work and turn around schools. And this last school I was a part of, I personally believe that it was ordained for me not to get comfortable.
Okay.
Because had I gotten comfortable, I was a master teacher. I knew my content. I knew how to really create a positive culture and parties and just really celebrating the teachers. I did it very well. And had I been in a space where it was 100% validated, I would have stayed.
Wow.
And that impact only would have stayed in those four walls.
Ooh, so you're really saying something right there. When is God designed to not allow you to feel comfortable?
Yes.
In a particular place, so you can know this place is not necessarily for me.
And it's one of those things, is God is so brilliant because he knows us.
Yeah.
Right? He knows that when we feel comfortable, when he's given us the resources that we need, we're willing to stay in that space.
Oh my.
And we're saying, out of dedication, right? I'm here for the kids. I'm here for the environment. I want to make sure that I'm making an impact. But when he has the greater view for what your impact is supposed to look like, he has to shake some things up.
Right.
And if you're not careful, you're looking at that as a personal threat. You're looking at it as a blow to the ego. You're looking at it as if these groups of people are not going to accept me.
Wow.
And at the same time, you process it as rejection.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not rejection.
Right.
He's literally moving you in a direction in which it's going to make a greater impact.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember telling one of my coworkers, I told him, I said, listen, man, if it was up to me, I promise you, I would be training teachers, preparing the new teachers, because I didn't have time to help them, but I felt so drawn to it.
Okay.
I would be doing that for free. And I told him that. And I said, if it was up to me, and I'm pregnant with my baby at the time, like my second child, 4 months pregnant. And I said, I would train teachers for free. I really would if it was up to me, because I really enjoy it. But at the same time, the following week, I found out that I was being accessed and my position was being cut.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay,
Wow.
okay, that's the first journey. I'm pregnant with a baby. My position is no longer going to be here. And my principal was leaving. The lifeline of trust was leaving and going somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, what is this and what is it going to look like? And that's actually where it started. Being in that space, being super uncomfortable, having an inkling of what I would do for free. I started my little LLC and put the paperwork in,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't have the full vision. But I had a small view of where it could go
Right.
if I moved in a certain direction.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
How did that feel emotionally at that particular time?
Okay. I know you see the lashes. I know you see the hair. I know you see all the things, right? And so we're talking about the emotions. Again, I told you that my achievements were a sense of an idol, right? And so it felt like a push, but it also felt like a rejection.
Yes.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
so that level of uncertainty, it actually connects. I remember recently last night, I was kind of going through my Instagram and I'm seeing so many beautiful Black women who are being laid off of their jobs. And they're having these videos and they're shooting these videos in their cars and trying to figure it out in tears and all this kind of stuff. And so God had brought back to my remembrance when I had just left a doctor's appointment and I shot a car video about the uncertainty of about to birth a child, but at the same time, not knowing which direction my career is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
And it instantly, like, I went into somebody else's DMs and said, okay, look, 2 years out, I understand. It's very uncomfortable, but go with the flow.
Yes.
Go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing we have to do when we're thinking about the rejection is extremely uncomfortable. Pivoting is not the most comfortable space to be in.
Yeah.
All right. And it's isolating.
Mm-hmm.
So people are trying to figure out what you're doing and they're watching you.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, I think number one is that you really need to get in a quiet space and figure out what is my superpower and which direction will I be able to go utilizing that superpower and addressing the problem that really truly bothers me and keep me up at night.
So this superpower that you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
what is that? What is that? What the heck is a superpower?
You know, I am a believer, and when I think about superpower, I'm not thinking about the power of Taiji.
Come on in here.
You know, a lot of people are like, okay, what is me? Because let me tell you something. What I'm doing now, if it just been me, I would have quit a long time ago.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So when we're talking about superpower, we're really talking about what is a skill set that you find super easy that a lot of people are seeking that from you, right? And one of the superpowers that I've identified is that I love to educate.
Okay.
And I love to learn, and I'm an advocate for equity in education in children.
Okay.
So when I put all of those are values, superpower, skills to learn, all of that, and I put all that together, now I need to figure out how does all of this marry one another? And so when I'm thinking about superpower, I'm just thinking about the basic, and then I'm also seeking God for the supernatural, in which He can kind of help me marry the two to make something make sense.
Yes, let's go to our audience, see what they say. Feeling comfortable will have you supporting someone. Come on in here, Shirley. Shirley.
Shirley.
What have you supporting someone else's dream and not necessarily going with what you're supposed to do? Oh my goodness. So when you did this, what fears were speaking loud to you? Because I know you can hear the Holy Spirit speaking to you. But what fears were speaking loud to you? And if it was, what was it saying to you in that particular moment of isolation?
Well, number one, provision, right? Finances.
Yes.
Everybody's trying to maintain their lifestyle or maintain some of the things that they're accustomed to, the comfort of being able to access different things and going out on to concerts and traveling and things of that nature. And so for me, one of the fears that I had is that I was 5 months pregnant, about to make a decision, bringing another baby into the world and not knowing what it would look like to help, what it would look like to just be able to carry this baby, provide for them, and support my son. My oldest son, he has a speech delay.
Okay.
And it was one of the things that's like, okay, he's not able to get the support that he needs where he was going for daycare. I would have to leave my house in order to take him there, but they didn't feel comfortable with receiving the therapist to come into the actual place, for him to get the speech therapy that he needed. So I had to take off in order for him to get his speech therapy.
Wow.
Yeah. So, one of the fears that I had was, had I stayed, my baby wouldn't get the resources that he needed to grow. And had I left, I may not necessarily have the resources to maintain financially. So it was on both sides.
Right. So what are you doing? So when you left, what did you do with the time that you had?
Well, it was just the way it played out is that I had my baby at the end of the year, or at the beginning of the year in August. And so not only am I nurturing my baby, my new baby, I'm also kind of learning about, okay, what does business look like? I've been a very successful teacher, but I did not know the ebbs and flow of business and building something. So I had to ask God to help me position myself into cohorts or incubators, accelerators, just to kind of sit and like, okay, I need to put myself in a place of being a student and learn business. I need to learn what marketing is. I need to be able to understand building a company and what does an educational technology company need in order to grow and scale. All of this vocabulary, I ain't have it. Okay. I was extremely lost when my mentors used to have these conversations with me. So I kind of had to go back to the drawing board and learn what it looked like. And what I realized is that so many people around me actually were entrepreneurs. And they were, I'm talking about my pastor and mentors. And I just sat and I was quiet and I gleaned from their knowledge. And I was just kind of like incubating all of this information and trying to figure out how can it actually sharpen the vision that God had given me. Right? So again, you have to go through a season where it's quiet, you're isolated. And what better way to be isolated when you're postpartum with a newborn? I was very isolated.
Ooh, sometimes the silence and quietness. I understand why people don't like it, because it's so loud. Once you really get silent and don't say a word, you can actually hear the Holy Spirit speaking to you. And if you're not ready for it, it's too loud for you. So you dismiss it or you avoid it just to prevent from, because sometimes it doesn't come to just give you direction. Sometimes it comes to convict first. Sometimes it comes to heal you, but it has to slice you open to do that surgery on you, just so it can sew you back up to heal you, so you can like, okay, now that you whole, now you're ready to go off into that. So I know you're entrepreneur.
Yes.
So tell me what that looks like as you saying, I am a teacher's teacher.
Okay.
What is that?
So that's our brand. That's my personal brand, the Teacher's Teacher, but our company is called Kid Mystery. like chemistry, but for kids, where we're unlocking the science behind learning.
Okay.
And the way that we do that is that we help brand new teachers stay in the classroom and beat burnout before it turns into a resignation.
Wow.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And that problem, I really believe that I was on every aspect or every side of that problem.
Okay.
Initially, as a student, I felt the energy of a teacher who just did not have the capacity to assist me in my needs. As a brand new teacher, I wanted to quit every Monday.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Every single Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then as an administrator, I was an administrator who didn't get to the problem fast enough. And my brand new teachers were literally walking out the door before lunch.
Wow.
And now as a brand new mom, I have a son who has diverse learning needs. And I feel like a brand new teacher when I'm homeschooling him now. And I can only imagine what a homeschooling mom feels like if they don't have the pedagogical knowledge that I have.
Right.
I'm over here scratching my head. So the way that we really address this problem is that we provide technology and systems.
Okay.
Helping teachers to stay into the classroom. And we are the first response system for teachers. So not only are they getting the support that they need at the end of the year or at the end of the month or by next week's PD, they'll be able to get the support that they need within 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
12. So it's the 911 for teachers.
I will call you tomorrow. No. But our audience is
Yes.
isolation can feel scary sometimes. Yes.
Mhm.
How do you reassure yourself in those moments when there's isolation? How do you reassure yourself?
First of all, you have to realize what your idol is, right? What I've realized about myself is that validation helped me.
Yes.
So hearing people saying, dang, Taj, you did a great job,
Right.
or you knocked that out the park, or I see results, I see the data, I see the kids winning, I see all of this happening. And so that is not the case when you first start off as an entrepreneur, right? You have to be so locked in on the problem that you're going to solve, to where even if you don't see results, you're committed to the cause. That's how locked in you have to be.
Right.
And in that isolation, I learned that. And I realized how important it is to really just sit still, listen, and allow those showers to speak to me and give me those ideas.
Yes.
Writing down the ideas and listening to podcasts that supports me building with the idea. Okay. And what I've realized is that God is so amazing. He would give me an idea in the shower. A podcast will come up on YouTube. And in my quiet time of scripture would like help me deal with my disbelief or my unbelief in myself, right? So it was like he would give me an idea, then I would have podcasts, and then he would help me heal that wounded person, that as I'm moving through this, I'm not breaking down and I'm not beating myself up through my failures, because this journey requires you to be open to failure in order to really grow.
It's something that you say to shower, like when I tell you the bathroom is just my sanctuary, really. And it happens in the morning, it's in the shower, and then at night it's in the tub. And it's where I can just really shut up for one. It's where I can really listen. And when I tell you, I get so many downloads.
Yes.
So, I mean, I get so much downloaded in me, like really direction, like, okay, girl, this is what you do next. You're gonna do so and so and so and so and so and so. And when you get through with that, you're gonna do so much. So I'll be like, God, I'm so ready. I'm so ready. And because it's like immediate answers.
Yes.
So, and it may be immediate answers, but it's to questions that I've had, like, okay, God, like, what's next?
Yeah.
And unexpectedly, you gonna take a shower and be like, do, like it's a complete download. I love it. I love having a relationship with him. I'm
telling you, when I tell you, even in the shower, he would say, call such and such. And I'm like, okay. I ain't talked to this person in years.
Mm-hmm.
Call them, set up a meeting. And so you have to get quiet. God is going to strip away at you,
Right.
so that you're open to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're open to a fact of like the strategy that he gives.
Right.
I think a lot of people, like I listen to a lot of folks talks about business, but one of the things that really stand out to me is that I've been hearing about business as it relates to strategy from the biblical concept.
Okay.
And I see Myron Golden. I don't know if you listen to Myron Golden,
Mm-hmm.
but he basically like he relates business to biblical stories and things of that nature. He talks about Solomon, and we know that Solomon was the wisest man in the Bible.
Right.
And I know that some people are like, oh, okay, scripture, that's boring. Da 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 da. Nah, y'all, we sleeping on something real.
Oh yeah.
We're sleeping on something because there's so much strategy and growth and skill,
Mm-hmm.
even in the midst of the scripture.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very important, like when you get into that quiet space, number one, I credit God as for everything that I'm doing.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So in that quiet space, I am really tapping into that faith. And then I'm getting that real quick, like, okay, download in order for me to move into the next phase of the strategy for growing the business.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that quiet time is so essential. You got to do it every single day, especially me with two toddlers. You have to do it in order for you to know what your next move is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So what we talking about over here? Shirley ain't got something else to say. Silence makes us vulnerable and forces us to hear those unspoken fears we've been avoiding with busyness. Yeah. That's a part of an attachment style that I always talk about.
Very good, Shirley.
Yeah, the dismissive avoidant would always keep busy to avoid from pretty much dealing with life. So they'll stay. And sometimes the most professional businessmen who have lots and lots of money, they put all their time and energy into working, but you can't have a social conversation. They don't know how to communicate with people because they isolate themselves and separate, but they pour it all into work because it's self-gratification. When you know that you have, like you said, how you feel with that validation. Oh, I did that. I made this happen. I did that. You want more of that, and that feeds you.
Yeah.
But when it comes to alignment, we had a conversation, and you said it was time sensitive. That stuck with me. That time sensitive. What was that like for you? Why did you have to use the word time sensitive? What does that mean?
You know what? I believe that we are arrogant when we feel like we have a lot of time to do something. How dare you?
Ooh.
He'll find somebody else to do it.
Ooh.
How dare you say, I'll try it again later on, or I'll wait 6 months, or I'll wait 8 months, and I'll wait 12 months. How dare you move in that level, that much arrogance?
Yes.
And so when I'm thinking about something that's time sensitive, I'm going to be very clear. If I had not moved when I moved, even the doors that God had opened, there were people placed there that I went to school with, that I was connected with, that I had no clue in this new world of venture capital and, all these different types of things when you're going into building startups, right? That once I crossed the threshold into that door, that person left that job or left that position.
Wow.
And so if I say, okay, what if I just wait 6 months after I had the baby and I would stay in these spaces, I'll stay in the classroom or I stay in the school, I would have missed that opportunity that was on the trajectory to propel me to the next level.
Wow.
So it's very arrogant to sit and say, oh, I got time. He will find a rock. Oh, you got time? And what's so heartbreaking is that it's a possibility that God is giving you something that you have not. And I'm talking to the audience now. Okay. He has given you something that you have not stepped into. And you missed the opportunity. and then you go on Facebook or you go on Instagram and you find another person actually doing the thing that God had already trusted you with. And you looking at them like, dang, well, I would have did this. No, you didn't. So he found somebody else.
Wow. I cannot allow that to happen.
You can't, like, because this is the thing. And I'll look at it like this. There are businesses and there are kingdom businesses, right? And there's this way of when you are alone, right, in the process of incubating and figuring it out, and you're in your cocoon. My pastor preached about this last Sunday. When you are alone, you're able to really sense the season, right? And there's going to be a specific season that God needs kingdom entrepreneurs to step up to be to be able to problem solve these issues.
Yes.
And if you have that one little misstep, then you're going to miss the opportunity to impact not only in your community but globally.
Yes.
So it's very important to not sit and say, oh, I want to sit back. I need to wait. I need to learn more. I need to have more access to this. You need to go. You need to do. You need to activate. Because as you move from phase to phase, those doors have a timeline.
Wow.
You need to cross the threshold. And the moment you cross the threshold, the access is gone.
Girl, what I say, you have preached the whole thing. Come to Jesus.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
It's invitation
Come
time.
on.
So she has really listen. That is so timely. Even though we're talking about time sensitive, it is so timely in like just what we're dealing with now in the world.
Yes.
Now, people have ran from the church, but I believe soon and very soon there's going to be a time when they're going to be running to the church, and we have to be ready to minister to these particular people. And what I mean by that, they're going to come, they're going to be knowledgeable, they're going to have education, they're going to be business minded, and you can't come with this watered down gospel because they're not going to have the faith because, oh, I can do this and I can do that. So we're going to have to be strategic in giving them exactly what they need that's going to save their souls and not necessarily save their pockets, because everybody wants big money. I want some too.
Yeah, me too.
I want some. But my soul is at stake, with some of these things, and I have to pay attention to, okay, this decision that I make, how is this going to affect me in the long run? So now that I'm thinking about this with professionals and even success, because, before I called you the, Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman of teachers, because I see her really as, and I really meant it when I said it. I had a cry in her front.
She did.
But I really meant it because your heart for really wanted to save the teachers, because we're not only are we lost, but we don't have an anchor, really, somebody that's really focused on us, because when it's always the teacher's fault. The teacher is being blamed from every side, from the students, from the parents, from the administrator, from the district. It's always the teacher's fault. And now I'm reminded of in social media, I've seen a story, 2 different stories. Well, one teacher, she got fired for not breaking up a fight, right? And then another teacher got fired for breaking up the fight.
Rule of thumb: don't break up the fight.
You fire one teacher because she says, okay, y'all, I'm not doing that. And she get fired for not stopping the fight, breaking it up. And then this other teacher, she breaks up the fight, but she end up hitting somebody trying to stop it, and they fired her. What do you want? Like, what do we do? But to have someone who is really interested in saving the teachers and giving the teachers an answer and providing the help for them, I really commend you in doing that.
Thank you.
So when I say that, like, let's say there is a teacher out there who is struggling, and need a lifeline. What would you say to that particular teacher?
So there's, to be able to, before I even get to the business, I would say that you mentioned something earlier about making sure that I provide this safe space for teachers. I just want to say foundationally, I believe that every teacher is the front line of a child's future. Right. And people always say, okay, the apples and this, and we feeling good. No, for real. Like, this person, they see these children every single day. And every artist who've had access to a teacher, whether it was a positive experience or a negative experience, they never forget the experience. Right. And they're so critical in protecting children, so critical into speaking life into children. And I personally believe that we need to make sure that we're intentional about protecting the children, and the way that we protect the children is by equipping the teacher. Right. And so with that being said, if I have a teacher that is struggling, number one, I want them to understand that the job is hard.
For sure.
It is one of the most difficult things to do, one of the most difficult professions to be a part of. Straight up. Okay. 2, there's a level of skills that a teacher need in order to kind of like be successful. You have to have strong systems, and you got to have a little sauce, a little flavor about you. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
It can be your flavor. It don't have to be my flavor, but you got to have some flavor. You got to have the confidence. You got to have the ability to be able to step in and mean what you say and say what you mean and provide that structure and consistency. So I would definitely reaffirm that that person has the ability to make an impact in their classroom. And then I would further validate that it's not necessarily them. Perhaps it's a system gap. Perhaps it's a sauce or confidence gap, or there may be the dynamics in the classroom. Perhaps you may be in the wrong grade level or age range of teaching. Right. So there may be multiple things, but one thing we are going to address, number one, is that we want to get a diagnostic done of where the gap is in their classroom, and we want to get our experts to them as soon as possible in terms of coaching them up into where they need to be.
So let's say someone is not a teacher though, but they're yet in a position at their job where they're just struggling to really progress. They want to climb the corporate ladder, but they seem to be at a standstill. What would you say to that particular person? Because everybody's not teachers, but I believe you are an encourager, so you can encourage anyone in any situation. What would you say to that particular person?
If they're trying to navigate corporate America, I think one of the things, and I'm just be honest with you, I'm not a navigator. I'm not.
Okay.
I am a person who believes strongly in a cause, and I support a vision of a leader.
Okay.
So if I support the vision of the leader, I believe it's important to do whatever I need to make sure that the leader is supported and we're going through with the vision. But I have to be rooted with a cause. But a person who's navigating a situation, I'm saying that to say it's very clear that you really need to know what you're willing to take and what you're not willing to take. At what cost. So if you want to climb the corporate ladder, perfectly fine, but just know that when you get to a certain part of that ladder, you might kind of have a conflict in terms of your personal values or something like that. And then you will have to make that decision whether you're going to continue on with the next level or you're going to be where you are. I would just say, to be honest with you, it's very important to know who you are.
Okay.
where do you want to go, and how far and how deep that cause that you're fighting for in order to get to your outcome. Okay? Know who you are, where you want to go, and how deep you need to go in order to get to that outcome, and what skills is going to be needed in order for you to get to that place. Now, if that is being the secretary, if that is being an educator, if that is being the superintendent or the CEO of the company, you just need to know who you are, where you're going to go, and what skills it's going to take in order for you to get to where you need to go, and network intentionally.
I love it. Listen, we're talking about teachers. It's very ironic that it's Teacher Appreciation Week. Appreciate a teacher. Listen, our first teachers at home, right? What can you say? Now, this. I'm gonna rock the boat a little bit, because the parents of today are not quite the same as the parents of old. What do parents really need to know about the correlation in parenting and what their child is receiving at school? Like, what is your take on that?
Yeah, I personally believe that parents, we have to actually stand in the gap and take our power back. I know that we naturally want to trust into a system that perhaps treated us well when we were coming up. But at the end of the day, I believe that even with parents, there may be a skill gap. Even with parents not necessarily moving and having those conversations or making the decisions that they're making, perhaps it's not the fact that they don't want their child to be successful, because I'm choosing to think positive about this. I don't believe that they want their child to be that they don't want their child to be successful. I personally believe that there's a skill gap in terms of them understanding how can their child be successful and addressing some of the deficiencies that they see their child struggling with.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I want parents to reclaim the education of our children. I want parents to stand in the gap and understand that you are the first teacher to your child. And I want parents to make sure that they feel empowered to do so. And you don't necessarily have to have the knowledge of the teacher, but you do need to open yourselves up to opportunity for your children.
Good answer. Here. Hey, Lady Tisha. Hey. Yes, we love educators. I'm a beauty instructor. Yes. Baby, teacher. Happy Teacher Appreciation
Happy Teacher Appreciation
Week. What if you're rooted in a cause, a purpose, but don't believe in the leader? Oh my. Do you move or wait on the leader to be moved?
I've been in that situation too, so I understand what you mean, Janine. I would say when you believe in the cause but don't necessarily believe in the leader, sometimes you have to it depends on the season of where you are. Sometimes you're rooted to grow. Sometimes you're rooted to help build something because it's connected to the cause, but there's a lesson in that.
Yeah.
So even if you don't necessarily 100% agree with the leader, you need to gain the skills that you need in order to pass that test in that phase of your life. Take the skills with you, figure out a way to monetize it, make a difference with it, and continue to move forward once that chapter in your life has been up. So you need to really figure out if that's something that you need to stay and learn, or if it's an opportunity for you to, you've learned your lesson, you can utilize those skills and you can find a way to monetize it as it pertains to the cause that you're passionate about.
I like that. Here we go. Go, honey. Go, honey. Go, honey. Go, honey. Go, honey. He says you're doing a great job.
Thank you, babe.
We love it. We love it. We love it. We love it. So let's say somebody, they're interested in working with you and they say, listen, I need her in my life. I need her to coach me through the situation that I'm going through, or I'm lacking something and I want to be motivated by her. How could they reach you?
You can definitely reach me by following Kidmistry, EDU, KIDMISTRY, on all platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So follow us at Kidmistry, EDU. Also, if you are a teacher and you believe that you're struggling and trying to figure out what the gap is, go take our pre-spark, okay? Our pre-spark is going to allow you to diagnose whatever situation it is. It gives you understanding of what that gap, and then we give you curated resources that align to addressing that problem.
Wow.
So yeah, so take prespark.kidmistry.com, spark.kidmistry.com.
I'm supposed to have that.
Oh no, it's all good.
Okay.
But if you follow Kidmistry, honey, Prespark is all over that.
Really?
So, yeah, just go to all of our networks and you'll be able to access, because number one, our goal is to get you the help that you need as soon as possible. So take that Prespark and then you'll have something right in your back pocket.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Right when I take it, I'll be able to get something.
You'll get your score, you'll get your idea of what you need help with, and then it might lead to a conversation with our specialist.
That is awesome, Tanya. That is beautiful, because I mean, who don't need a right now answer, an immediate answer that's going to do something, that's going to give me something that's going to help me in now time that I can take back, and that's going to benefit me, and not just me, but my students.
Yes.
Unfortunately, as a teacher, you are really graded on, not necessarily all the time on your ability, but the ability of your students.
Absolutely.
So if your students don't do well, then that means you're not doing a good job.
And if you're stressed out,
if
you have that high anxiety about going into that classroom the following day, do you think you're going to be performing at the most pivotal, highest place? No, you're not going to really have a lot of impact. And so it's very important for everyone to, number one, breathe, take the quiz, get an idea of where you are, explore the resources and the outcomes, even if it wound up being a phone call, right? All of that is curated in the pre-spark. And then we want to make sure that you get the specific win, get the skill, apply it tomorrow, get your win, and get your sauce back. And you're going to stay in that classroom. Get your sauce back.
I want some sauce, baby. Give me the sauce. Oh, thank you. Shauna, thank you so much.
Hey, Shauna.
Okay. We don't know what you're agreeing with, but the fact that you agree, we want to say thank you for participating with us. Listen, we have had a great time with you. Do you have any current offers that you would like to perhaps, if someone is interested, what offers do you have? Yeah, we know you have Kidmistry. Kidmistry. That's some chemistry for the kids.
Yes, unlocking the science of learning.
I love it. I love it. You said, before we go, you said you're going to tell us a little more about your son. I want to know your baby. So you talked about the struggles. Let's go on the other end of it. What are the growths that he has received based on because we want some evidence. We always want some evidence. So what could you say about just you being at home and working with your particular child? Because there's a lot of people who like to homeschool their kid, but afraid because of the gap.
Because of the gap.
What is going on with your son now? Where has he grown?
I'm so excited. First of all, Kai is an amazing little boy. And what I would say for sure is that, number one, as a parent, when you see your child perhaps struggling with speech, right? And to see him, initially it was kind of like he sees the word, he understands what's going on and what you're saying, but he just can't get it out. And his lips were quivering.
Wow.
When he would try to communicate. And my husband, we kind of tag team on this issue. We've done all the tests. We've gone to different doctors. Kai has, we just had a consultation today preparing for it. So we've done all of that. And then we've noticed that Kai still loves to learn, but the way in which his knowledge is not in the traditional sense.
Right.
And one of the problems and the gaps that I've identified is that there's this curriculum
I already know where you're going.
that they create for our babies, and the curriculum say, ask the baby this, ask them that, and they expect for the child to go ahead and communicate the answer. But when your child has a speech, is pre-verbal and have a speech delay, that is the first way to make a parent feel inadequate.
Yeah.
Like, how can I ask? How do I validate that he knows what he's talking about if he's not talking?
Right.
And it's so crazy to me. So for me to experience that as a mom, knowing that I had the background, we had to be very creative and find ways in which he's able to show what he knows through devices, through different types of toys that communicate, through our intentional questioning and quizzing, through still like, okay, he may not be talking now, but we read books, we sow those seeds,
right?
And we look at this curriculum and we always find a different type of way to address how can I shape this for a child who is pre-verbal? And that has been my work. How can I create a handout, a modality, an app that's going to make sure that our son is still able to articulate his knowledge without being stuck at this one-dimensional curriculum?
Yes.
So I'm proud of Kai because even though Kai is pre-verbal, Kai knows all of his ABCs. He knows all of his numbers. He knows how to spell words. He knows how to read recipes. He knows how to plant. Like, we are doing all of these different things while I'm at home with him.
Right.
And it's not because of just Kai, but I think about so many other students. I was literally at the barbershop, and one of the guys at the barbershop was like, oh, my daughter, she's 8 and she's had this issue. And my barber was like, I've known this man all his life and he never told me about that girl.
Wow.
So me opening up about some of the challenges that I'm dealing with our son, and it's not even a challenge, I think it's a beautiful opportunity. Then other parents are going to say, okay, well, I can do this.
Right.
But what tool do you have that's going to allow me to do it?
Yes.
And that's what I mean, that parents want the best for their children, but they just need a tool that's going to help them close the gap. So that's why we are unlocking the science behind learning for all kids at Kid Mystery.
Wow, that is beautiful. That's what you call differentiating instruction.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you how good God is, because he is so intentional. I literally, the school that we co-founded, one of my friends, she's on here, we co-founded the school together. The school was a personalized learning middle school, and a lot of our babies were dealing with different learning delays and things of that nature. And so we had to use technology to fill the gap for the children, and we call them learner playlists.
Okay.
And this is before AI.
Okay.
We were doing this all from scratch.
Okay.
Okay. I did not know that experience would take me into becoming a mom and a mom teacher, homeschooling my child.
Right.
And having that mindset of what differentiation looks like from the learner playlist and what can it look like here in our home. So I'm just saying, let me tell you, all of this is a full circle moment.
Right.
And to a girlfriend who said, like, you believe in the dream, but you don't agree with the leader, take in the moment, learn the skill, understand the lesson, pass the lesson, because that is what's going to take you into that another phase of your purpose.
Wow.
And that's what I believe this has done, to where now we have Kid Mystery and we're creating these things for children and creating the tools that teachers need to help the children.
That's well-rounded, right? Wow, that is beautiful. Taji, thank you so much for just sharing your journey with us. I am motivated because it lets you know when you get into a certain particular area, whether you're successful or not, because it seemed like you were successful as a leader at being over a school, but were you aligned with what you were supposed to do? So success don't always look like more money or the position. Are you aligned with the purpose that God has designed for you
Mm-hmm.
to go your path? That's what matters.
Yes, absolutely.
And you have proved that on this day. Oh my goodness. I am so happy to have you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Listen, on this Teacher Appreciation Week, I want you to know I appreciate you, all the work that you've done, all the toil that you had to go through, the sacrifice, the pain. People don't understand how pain is what pushes you to your purpose. And we don't want to feel it. We don't want to go through it. But on the other side of that thing,
my goodness,
there's so much manifestation. There's so much power. There's so much anointing there. There's so much success and grace that's going to get you through it. So I want to say to all of the teachers, my fellow educators, we appreciate you on this Teacher Appreciation Week. Listen, this is the first time. Look, I've been doing this. I've had 2 seasons. I've been doing this. I started in 2020. Oh my gosh. Doing this a long time. Yeah. This is the first time I've had that I've talked about. Not that I've had a teacher. I had many teachers here. Yeah. But it's about them doing something else. But to focus on really the teacher, which is a profession that's really isolated and not really looked at as I guess the virtue that it holds.
Man, it's so powerful.
Yes. And we're just not, just like, I'm going to say this. Back in the day, Teacher Appreciation Week, so many people had different things that you give and stuff like that. So I'm going to tell y'all what happened today. So normally Whataburger gives some stuff. So I went to Whataburger this morning. I was telling my daughter, I'm going to get my free stuff today. Went to Whataburger. They was like, oh, that's our Thursday. Thursday. The week is over. Like today, Monday, and you're not going to give us nothing until Thursday.
Whataburger. Uh-oh. I don't want to call them out.
Whataburger.
I'm Southern. Whataburger.
Whataburger. Watered down burger. Go wait until Thursday. What?
Cold-blooded.
But
we actually have an event tomorrow, too.
Who? Whataburger?
Chemistry.
Oh, what's
we have an event for teachers if you're in the DFW area in Arlington, pull up. We have Spark the Fiesta because it is Cinco de Mayo tomorrow.
Boom, 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 boom.
So we want to celebrate all of our teachers. RSVP, go to our at Chemistry EDU, sign up for the event. They have been getting sold out, but stay connected with us because I'm telling you, teachers trying to pull up and be celebrated, and we want to celebrate you.
Baby, I want to be celebrated. I'm gonna have to
look 1, 2.
What time is it? What time? I have to go to kid Matrix, EDU teacher. I'm trying to get what she talking about? They did me a favor. Girl, I want to meet I wanted something free for breakfast. They did me a favor. No, they didn't. I was hungry. I didn't even that's not my spot. I don't go, that's not my spot that I go to for breakfast. But I thought it was going to be free. So I had to go to Chick-fil-A. My normal breakfast spot. But y'all pray for me. Somebody say cheers to the teachers. Thank you so much, Shauna. Janine, right? Thank you, teachers. Thank you so much. Doing y'all dirty. Yes, they are. Shauna, you're not from Dallas. No. Girl, some of that free stuff that y'all was, hey, I'm gonna overnight you my badge. You get the stuff and send it to me. Can you do that for me, Shauna? Now you can overnight stuff. You can, hey, Uber it.
Have it sent to me.
Yeah, have it sent to me. But thank you so much. I appreciate you. And thank you all for being a part of the show tonight. And we are here every first Monday. And listen, the next month, the month of June, gonna be just as powerful and great. So y'all come back and see me sometime. All right. I want you to know that I thank you and I appreciate you. And even if you're not a teacher, thank you. and all that you do, because your job is you are important. You is important. You is kind. What's the other one?
You is kind. You're smart.
You're smart. That's it.
You is smart.
No,
You're
smart. That wasn't a smart moment, but
you just had a little delay.
delay, delay, but not deny.
Okay.
Come on, teachers, thank you, Peter. Baby Shauna got me. Houston is free. I got thank you. I will drive up there, but y'all traffic. You want to mail it to me because the traffic is woo woo woo. But thank you so much, and I'll see you all same time, same place. If God say the same, next first Monday. Y'all have a good one.
Watch out, world, I'm coming through. Watch out, world, I'm coming through. Watch out. You've experienced life, love, lost, have no